God.
That's right, guys.
YugiOh is 6-pooling.
In the upper left, the 6-pooling Zerg. And we're not even going to go for the ID call, actually, just because this is so like, important. Just you know, this game's picking up.
So, is Party going to go to the top right or the top left with this probe? Oh my God, he's going to the top left. Parting. Oh, no! He's not! I thought for sure when he went around that side he was going to the top left. Never mind.
Okay, this is not...
Now, is he going to make his forge right away? Because sometimes they just save up and say, I don't want to make that forge right away. But YugiOh, going for the 6-pool, man. Oh my God. Parting's like a staple for me right now in this world. Like, if I look at a tournament and Parting's not playing, and I'm just like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like, why isn't Parting in the top 10, you know? This could happen, though.
This is where, like, if he has to get this up exactly 150, all right, you cannot miss a beater. It's like just a few half seconds here can actually add up to, like, everything.
Yeah.
All right, now get ready for the heart palpitation felt around the world as Parting sees this.
Yeah.
That is the adrenaline spike that he just had as he saw the 6-pool.
Yeah, so he's making that pile on his main. He's going to have to make the cannon so that it's in range
like,
of
oh
one
my
gas.
God.
Yeah.
Scumbag nerd.
He's going to have to micro very heavily. Now, Parting, will he hide a probe to try to make a cannon at the natural if his opponent runs all the links into the main base? That is... It looks like no, he's just going to skip that, accepting that most Zergs will not make that mistake. Parting with a perfect SimCity in his main base, by the way.
And what is the best way to go here? Because he should know that the cannon is going to get up. He's not going to get anything. Do you want to go for the forge and try to get rid of the next possible cannon so you can actually take out structures from different corners?
Protoss will never make 2 cannons with this because they just tech up immediately. So no, I would say you go in there. You see if you can kill a probe. He couldn't this time. Sometimes you do end up getting a probe, maybe even 2 if your opponent doesn't micro correctly. And then you can go down and kill it. So I think he handled it just right, and Parting is handling it perfectly as well.
Is Parting going to go out over a 6-pool? This is actually pretty tough to deal with, guys. I mean, 6-pooling is not just something that scrub nerds do on the ladder. This is actually, there's a technical 6-pool artful build here that you can actually do if you could segue out of it correctly.
There was a time on the Kreen ladder where like every Zerg 6-pooled almost every game. Like it was just standard against Protoss on some maps, not all maps. So standard to the point where that's why Sase makes a pylon in his main and then in his natural, because he's just used to it. He's like, well, I'm not going to even let that hurt me, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, YugiOh going to go into pretty standard macro game from here. Just got to get his queen, his hatch up. He actually hasn't started his queen yet, which I'm... Oh, it's because he's supply blocked. Okay, never mind. Like, huh? In the meantime, Parting is going up to 2 gates. Now, you can try to go aggressive after getting 6-pooled, but Zergs normally are ready for that.
Yeah, the point of the 6-pool is to knock a Protoss back onto 1 base.
Yes.
And then they don't get that other expansion up. And this is a tough situation. It's a bunch of Protoss players. That's why you don't see Protoss players normally 1 base anymore, because this is actually... 1 basing is not as good as getting a cannon up right there at the 2nd base.
Now, we want to see if he's going to get a gas, because normally a Protoss will probably go a 3-gate expand after this. And when they do that, especially on something with a pretty wide open choke like this, Zergs sometimes go mass speedling and come in and just surround stuff to kill it. But instead, YugiOh is playing cautiously. He's saying, oh, this might actually be a counterattack. So he is making a spine crawler at home. And I mean, it is possible it could be a counterattack. You know, 3-gate stalker warp gate rushes, whatever you want to call that. 3 warp gate stalker is really good against people that don't have Zergling speed. So he is making 2 spines. But behind this, YugiOh should be pure drone.
All right, well, a little bit of a skirmish here in the middle of the map. Link's chasing down the stalker. You'll never get me.
He's going to try to bungle him here. Oh, no, he's not going to try to bungle him.
To try to bungle him?
Yeah, man. You know, they're the same travel speed, so if you can stop that stalker from walking for a second.
Oh, you mean try to block him? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bungle him. Bungle.
Bungle? I don't.
Make him bungle.
Can you bungle that? That's actually, I think you just bungled the word bungle.
No. No, I don't think I did.
Did you?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Remember when you thought wonky wasn't a word?
Yeah.
Remember when I used diatribe right today
That's true. You did use Diatribe right today, Artosis.
Artosis, don't you ever question
You ever
me.
doubt me?
Never again. All right, so this is going to turn somewhat standard. YugiOh actually getting gas now. That's an interesting gas timing to me. I think he's just going to go either... Oh, this actually kind of makes sense. Back when 3 gates were still used, 3-gate expands, Zergs, and they weren't even used much back then, but Zergs started to use 2-base Muta and 2-base Infestor to counter them, because you don't get your economy all that quickly, you're kind of sentry heavy, and both those builds can be good against this. Like, for instance, if you go 3-gate into Robo, that's going to be good against the Infestor one, but not against the Muta one, the 2-base. And then if you go 3-gate into expand into Twilight, that's going to be better against the Muta one, but not as good against the Infestor one. You know, they might be able to do like a Ling Infested Terran attack on your 3rd base or something like that. So I'll be interested to see if he wants to go Infestor or Muta off of this. For what we see here, there is Hallucination on the way, and he does have a Twilight, so it would be better for him to go Infestor in this case. If he does go Muta, it's kind of a low economy and stuff, but
well, he's getting the 2 hallucinated Phoenixes, so when he sees the 2 hallucinated Phoenixes, he should know that there's no Robo.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. It's, you know, when you go 3-gate expand, Hallucination should be almost a standard follow-up because you have so many sentries. It's just like, well, just get it. You know, it's good for scouting. Of course, if you go Robo, you can just use Observers, but the Hallucination will be a little bit quicker in that case.
All right, here they come now.
No 3rd. Grabs that Infestation Pit. Good choice.
And he's going to see exactly what's going on now.
Yeah. All right. So, this is cool. This is like a kind of an older PVZ that we're watching, but still very high-level good one.
PVZ from a year ago or something.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't even want to say that 3 Warp Gate is never going to come back. 3 Warp Gate expands. There's still a lot of power in them. Well, that's a lot of force fields for not quite as many lings as he was
for a
hoping.
few lings, you know. That's when I make my tasteless donut.
Oh, the tasteless donut.
Tasteless donut. Those Zerglings are the donut hole.
I just throw 1 force field down. That's the Artosis donut, because my favorite donut is the Boston Cream and it doesn't have a hole.
All right, so Infestor play here. Protoss moving across the map. And we have, I would say, a good amount of spine crawlers here.
Yeah, the only problem here is that 3rd base can be attacked very easily, but he does have to have some spines right now. With that many sentries, it would be dangerous to just have lings before the Infestors come out. This is his weak moments. He wants to stall this out. When he does have the Infestors out, he can take out those sentries relatively easily. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Interesting. But with those sentries on the low ground, if he does try to attack, it's not going to work out very well.
But look at this, he can even warp in over here. And if he wants to, he can actually blink out, you know.
And here we go, the Ling's coming in, but we should see some force fields. There you go, very nicely done. Good moves here by Parting. Really
Parting not actually really killing anything here. Yeah. Not that Queen or the Spine Crawler. Now he's probably going to get both.
Oh, does get away with that Queen. And this is very annoying for YugiOh. This is starting to add up. In fact, Parting's supply is going much higher. More Infestors making their way down. Still some force fields are left over, though.
Nice fungal there.
YugiOh doing a good job with these chain fungals, dealing a lot of damage.
Nice blinking up there and getting those Infestors.
Some Zealots coming in, realize that this is mostly Lings left.
And again, he's just making sure that these Spine Crawlers die before they actually get to burrow or plant themselves, I guess.
These Zerglings do have +1, but there's +1 on Parting's units as well. The drone's coming down.
I love this strat here from Parting. He's actually closing in now.
Yeah, this is a nice little follow-up that we've been seeing.
All right, he's going to try to bum rush the Spine Crawler. And he does get it. Damn. Parting is not interested in going out of this group, man.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's any way for YugiOh to really hold this off, man. I mean,
well, he's going to get the hatchery, and then it's...
He has 4 fungals.
Well, here's the thing, Artos. He can also hallucinate another Phoenix and actually then blink into the main.
That's true. He might actually do that. But the thing is, if he does that, then he doesn't have his pylon for warpins anymore. He doesn't have his sentries for any force fields. He can go to that third base, though, that has a lot of drones at it. The third base, which is now the second base. Poor YugiOh. This is a tough spot, even tougher than that last game.
Oh, God, he never evacuated the drones either, so it's just going to be this massacre up there.
And YugiOh's going to have to try to get something done with these infestors, but there's so many force fields.
Oh, well. We'll never forget YugiOh's comeback in game number 2.
Yeah, pretty insane. Well, the third base is gone. Now YugiOh's on one base. Parting's like, all right, see if you can come back from this one, YugiOh. You came back from 2 base. Can you go to hive off 1 base, though? Can you? Can you really?
Nice. Just some more force fields here to get rid of those lanes. And, yeah, I'm like looking at the situation, and I'm not seeing a realistic option here for YugiOh. Yeah, and you can see even actually coming up here and just taking out these eggs.
Yeah.
And I know there are a bunch of drones burrowed up there that we never spotted. Uh-oh, here we go.
Well, this actually, YugiOh can kill those off at least. He has plenty of units to go up there and kill those. Lings do come in. Plenty of fungals left over. But in the meantime, he does blink down on those spines. Oh!
Yeah, there you go.
Burrow movement, of course.
Wow, really nice play here. Parting really kicking some ass. That should be GG.
Yeah. YugiOh not going to try much longer from here.
And we're for real this time, guys. It really is.
We were for
GG.
real last time, guys.
Yeah, yeah. We're not normally wrong. We got to call him how it looks, guys. All right. Another hatchery goes down. YugiOh not seeming to react in his booth.
Yeah. YugiOh trying to hold on with the spine crawlers at the top of the ramp. He lost all his infestors, though. You know, last game, a big part of the way he came back was retaining so many units, but he's lost all his units, and he's on 1 base this time instead of 2.
All right, these drones now getting gunned down here. They already dug their own graves. So sad.
That's very convenient. Thank you so much,
it really
drones.
is.
You save the stalkers so much time. Actually, stalkers don't care about the burial rights of drones.
They don't.
Their beliefs. No, they don't care at all. Stalkers already died, man.
It's true, they have already died.
Yeah.
All right, YugiOh. What are you going to try to do now?
Say? They're like, when I die, bury me in a stalker shell.
And sometimes, you know, they sing that song, When I Die Young. But, oh, I forgot the lyrics. Oh. Bed of roses.
Yeah.
Take me to the river. Yeah, whatever.
At night.
I was going to try to improvise some funny lyrics for that, but forget about it, guys. Brain dead.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, he's making infestors off 1 base with almost no minerals left. At the bottom of his ramp is someone who has force fields. He's making mass lings.
All right, I don't know. I really don't know what YugiOh is doing now.
Well, this is what he's doing. He's trying to bait force fields to lose a third of his army or so. I don't know. He may as well make a Nidus if he wants to get out of there. It's about his only choice.
Yeah. Well,
maybe he'll drop a changeling and infiltrate the Protoss army. I don't know. Like, this is... Oh, man. 149 supply to 58.
All right. This is the hardest part of my job.
Yeah.
If only you guys knew. I'm like, there's just nothing to say here, guys.
He's trying to snipe observers right now so that he can burrow moving out of here with the infestors. The problem is when he does that, the infestors will all die when they pop up.
This is true.
Parting, going into Colossi. Colossi pretty good against Ling Infestor, I have to admit.
Okay, the infestors moving around again. Note the nice observer spread here. You did get that 1 observer.
Do note he's spreading creep inside his main. He's got it almost completely creeped.
Yes,
he is laying tumors, man. I'm not even joking. You could use those transfuses for Zerglings that were hit once.
All right, I feel like I'm watching somebody, like, starve to death. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, well, he's really skinny now. Human body's very impressive. It'll probably survive for a few more days.
That's true.
And it's going to look really terrible.
It looks like he's going to pick off a sentry. Small victory.
There you go.
For our Zerg, who's not going to be mining in just a moment. The income tab right now.
All right, here we go.
120 minerals per minute to 1,300.
Look out, infested Terrans.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
And
that
will
should
fall.
be GG now. All right.
Zerglings can't get out. YugiOh should be GGing in a moment. GG.
All right, GG. Whoa.
All right.
All right. That was like passing a kidney stone right there at the end of that one, man. Okay.
Well, you know, YugiOh came back from something so shocking in game number 2.
Yeah, maybe he still thought he had a chance here.
He's like, well, I guess you should just never leave the game. And you know what? I do appreciate that he's trying so hard. He's actually being really clever about it. But that game was... there was no chance in game 2, realistically.
Well,
and he overcame that, but in game 3, he like, literally wasn't mining.
You could see Parnian's like, in that game, he's like, no.
Yeah.
I will stay out here all day.
Yeah.
I don't care if there's nothing for taste
Props to YugiOh, though, on like one of the most insane comebacks we've had in GSL in game 2. Pretty sick. But anyways, he's going to drop down to the first round of Code A. That's a rough beat right there. Got the group of death. Now he goes down there. Not a gigantic surprise. But you know what? He's YugiOh, so don't worry. He's not. I don't think he'll ever drop into Code B.
So, we're going to have Parting against Marine King. What are your predictions?
Oh, this is a hard one. I'm actually feeling Marine King this time. Normally I feel Parting, but Parting's, I think that he's been playing a lot today. He's had some stunning defeats. His games against Symbol, he was broken up over. That game 2, he was in shock over against YugiOh. And now Marine King, it's like, I think Marine King might take him.
In game number 3. Well, we're going to take a 5-minute break, and we get back. We're going to have our final best of 3 here at the GSL Code S.
여지가 있어 보이고 스스로의 유리함을 좀 깎아먹는 플레이가 분명히 있었기에 이 부분은 포인트 랭킹 1위고 2회 우승자를 할지라도 분명히 지적당해야 된다고 생각을 합니다.
저쪽은 이렇게 1등이랑 우승하기가 이겼다. 이겼다.